Da es gestern so gut lief, dachte ich, ich spiele heute mal weiter. Wir haben hier ja dieses komische 7 Tage Dingens, Bummens. Und da müssen wir ja mal ein bisschen was reinholen hier. Da gibt es so viel Zeug, was man dafür erhält. Finde ich sehr, sehr schön. Verbrauche Trailblaze-Kraft. Stufe eine beliebige Figur einmal hoch. Kann man benutzen, muss man nicht. Wie auch immer, wir haben hier alles mögliche eingesammelt, was halt ging. Ah ja, hier gibt es noch sowas. Und dann können wir zu guter Letzt einmal einen Warp durchführen. Wo nichts rauskommt. Wer jetzt gedacht. Gut. Gehen wir mal zum Guide. Melde dich an. Das haben wir schon mal geschafft. Es war sehr, sehr anstrengend. Also sich anmelden, das kann nicht jeder. Aber schließe Erinnerungsstufe 1 der vergessenen Halle ab. Was auch immer die vergessene Halle ist. Geht noch nicht. Ich würde mal eiskalt sagen, wir gehen in der Story weiter. Ich glaube, das ist der sinnvollste Weg. Missionen. Da haben wir es. Gut. Reinigung in der Dunkelheit da draußen. Navigation. Dankeschön. Teleportieren. Und los geht's. Da bin ich mal gespannt, wo ich jetzt überhaupt bin. Das weiß ich nämlich schon gar nicht mehr. Es lädt. Es lädt. Mal sehen, wie lange. Nee, aber ich habe wirklich sehr, sehr lange nicht mehr groß. Sehr, sehr lange habe ich nicht mehr groß Honkai Star Rail gespielt. Ich merke es immer wieder. Er muss schon wieder mit denen quatschen. Ich habe doch erst mit denen gequatscht. Sample. Ach so, ja, los geht's. Auf geht's.
Mother, I have returned.
Mir fällt gerade auf, ich muss mal den Sound ein bisschen höher stellen, ansonsten hört ihr nichts.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother.
Den ihr Butler heißt Sebas? Also genauso wie in Overlord? Ist das Zufall? Oder ist das kein Zufall? Wenn der genauso aussieht wie der, wäre es noch witziger.
I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld. Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about this.
I'm listening. Go on.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be the...
Enough!
Jetzt ist sie am Arsch.
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders?
Ja, hat sie.
Guards!
They are not scum. My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
Ja, also ich kann bei den ganzen Dialogen nicht viel dazu sagen, weil es ist halt spannend.
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Ja.
Yes. I am.
Then come with me, Branya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Ich wette, sie würde jetzt noch zur Bösen. Möglich, dass ich diese Wette verliere, aber ich find's witzig.
Ah, we're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
Wohin gehen wir
Wait,
jetzt?
I haven't finished yet. All right, let's go.
Die musste erstmal ein bisschen atmen. Ist okay.
Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Wir sollten uns in aller Öffentlichkeit verstecken. Auf zum Hotel. Wahre Freunde erkennt man in der Not. Finden wir Launda. Zu Hause ist es doch am schönsten, zurück in den Express. Ich bin für diese Landau. Habe ich Launda gesagt? Ich wollte Landau sagen.
The bro or the sis? If you're talking about Japard, we should be careful. He's a top Silvermane guard. He'd probably get a medal for every one of us he brought in. Don Hung, what do you...
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any... the overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go.
Geht's jetzt
There are
weiter?
so many Silvermane guards on patrol.
Reinigung in der
Is it usually
Dunkelheit da
like this?
draußen. Ja, also
No. I don't
das ist immer
remember
das
the
Problem.
security
Ich kann
being
da
this
nicht viel
tight
reden.
last time. Might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Branya.
Dudu, dudu, dudu.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Die Heizungsreparateure.
Ah, I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you?
Ja, aber ich finde uns nicht.
Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't...
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in.
Naja, wenn die andere Gitarre spielt, ist das auch notwendig.
Just what crime did you commit exactly?
They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city, and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely? Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects.
Das ist schon ein bisschen langweilig
If they
heute.
did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Kennst du Cocolia gut?
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence. If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Bronya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are
Ja,
good
inzwischen
people.
sagt mir was trinken.
And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Ach ja, es ist dieses ewig lange Gerede. Da muss man einfach durch. Wir können dann wohl gleich die ganze Geschichte erzählen.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Muss ich mir die jetzt auch anhören? Bitte nicht. Ah, okay. Es wird übersprungen. Das wäre auch schrecklich.
So that's what's been happening.
Ja,
No wonder
bitte.
we hadn't heard from Bronya recently.
Mir fällt gerade auf, ich habe heute Morgen noch nichts
After all these
gegessen.
years in isolation and
Ich hab
without a
schon eine Runde
single
Vollgeist
word from
aufgenommen.
below. This is what's
Oh.
become of the underworld?
Ja,
I believe you.
naja.
There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Bronya got you to find me. When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
Dankeschön. Was, ich musste jetzt nochmal ansprechen. Na gut, in der Zwischenzeit können wir mal ganz kurz hier nochmal ein paar Sachen angucken. Hier ist ja dieses komische Dingsbums. Was ist das für eine Aktion? Was macht die? Verlosungskarten erhalten. Figur. Ich finde sie irgendwie cooler. Die ist auch okay, aber ich finde sie besser. Design. Ja, das passt eher. Hintergrund würde ich vielleicht nochmal... Ah, wobei... Der Hintergrund passt eigentlich ziemlich gut. Ja, nehmen wir den. Abschließen. Was ist das eigentlich? Ah, hier gibt es irgendeinen Einladungscode. Das wollte ich nicht. Zurück. Den habt ihr jetzt natürlich irgendwie gesehen, schätze ich mal. Was ist das? Abholen. Du hast gewonnen. Dein Preis. Eine Verlosungskarte. Schließen. Kann ich hier drehen, oder was? Hallo? Fürs einmalige Teilen des Einladungscodes. Keine Ahnung. Kann ich jetzt hier das Ding benutzen? Ah, es dreht sich. Boah, krass. Ich habe Credits bekommen. Voll geil. Hier kann man Freunde einladen. Okay. Eigenartig. Ist das für neue Spieler? Ich weiß es nicht. Keine Ahnung. Ist wahrscheinlich irgend so eine komische Aktion. Normalerweise sind solche Aktionen bei Genshin oder so immer direkt im Browser. Aber hier haben sie es direkt in das Spiel integriert. Was ich ein bisschen eigenartig finde, aber irgendwie auch interessant. Ach ja, das war nur der ganze Scheiß. Ach ja, ich habe eine Nachricht bekommen. Ach so, das ist quasi die Belohnung. Okay, ja, ist ja eh nicht viel wert. Aber nehmen wir mit, nehmen wir mit.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them.
Aber wieso?
Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
Wie viel weißt du über das Stellaron?
I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue.
Ha, wer wohl? Weißt du, wo das Stellaron ist?
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
Das heißt, ich darf durch die Schneewüste latschen.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you...
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum.
Juhu, kämpfen.
If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first.
Kann ich die einfach alle umbringen? Das wäre eine gute Lösung, oder?
Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
Ja, das macht doch Spaß. Das Sperrgebiet der Silbermähnenwache.
Yes, that's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching Fragmentum.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
Was mich ja interessieren würde, wenn man hier quasi diesen Stellaron fertig macht und der Planet wieder normal wird, weil dann ist ja der Frost weg, kann man dann mehr von diesem Planeten erforschen? Das wäre interessant. Die Frage ist dann überhaupt noch was da, was erforschbar ist, weil die sind ja alle
I
eingefroren.
fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. Did I
Schade.
take you over myself?
Ich bin immer mit Muskelschmalz durchgekommen.
Really? Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Ich bin vor fast 10 Jahren von zu Hause ausgezogen. So lange ist es schon her. Voll krass. Ja. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen einfach los, oder?
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him.
Warte mal, der Bruder ist doch der Schildsoldat, oder?
Japard! It's
Ja.
you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later.
Ah! Oh, yes.
Ich finde ihn ja eigentlich ganz nett. Also so als Spielfigur.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
Also er könnte besser sein.
Why would anything have happened?
Zum Beispiel sein Standardangriff stört mich ein bisschen und auch seine normale Fähigkeit, die er halt benutzt, stört mich auch ein ganz klein wenig. Aber sein Ultimate ist halt übelst praktisch.
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Vor allen Dingen, die können nicht outside the box denken. Sie denken auch nur von der Tapete bis zur Wand. Was ist denn das für eine Übersetzung? Man könnte ja zumindest... Sie können ja auch nicht über den Tellerrand hinausdenken oder so. Sagen. Also das wäre zumindest ansatzweise eine sinnvollere Übersetzung als von der Tapete bis zur Wand. Das habe ich noch nie gehört.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klapoth Fort without saying anything to anyone.
Wurde sie festgenommen?
The
Bestimmt.
Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city, and
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya.
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klapoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it.
Wait!
What is it?
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Nein, ist sie nicht. Ganz sicher nicht.
Am not? How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind.
Ach,
This
ja.
is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Mein Computer dreht bei Star Rail Online echt ein bisschen mehr am Rad als bei Pearlworld.
Wait a sec.
Was ich krass finde.
Those intruders. I wanted to ask.
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Kokolio's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian. But this isn't a joking matter.
Doch.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
Ich glaube, so viel Dialog gab es bisher in keiner einzigen Folge, verdammt.
I will, if I have the time.
So viel Gequatsche. Das ist echt ein bisschen hardcore.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
So, können wir jetzt die Tür verlassen. Nein, ich muss nochmal mit ihr reden. Echt jetzt?
Phew, I nearly suffocated.
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission.
Ich habe nie gemerkt, dass meine Ohren sogar wackeln. Lustig. Ich kann die wackeln lassen. Nicht stark, aber ein bisschen.
Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
Doch. Ich wette, sie wird ihr sehr starke Schmerzen zufügen.
You sound like
Wird ihr
Bronya
richtig den
herself.
Popo versohlen.
I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Hast du dir überlegt, wie du Gepard überreden
I
kannst?
was gauging his reactions just now. Did you see? Unless we have irrefutable evidence, he won't question Cocolia's orders. If you go after him now, our plan's as good as over. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
Auf zum Stellaron, endlich. Wird auch Zeit. Ups. Falsche Taste. Jetzt geht's weiter.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close
Endlich.
friends.
Come around and have a look.
Close
Vorwärts.
is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in?
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get...
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in. Wait, isn't that... Ha! Serval! Long time no see.
Sag mal, die sind ja halbwegs ordentlich angezogen. Denen wird nicht so schnell kalt. Die haben sogar eine Mütze auf. Aber die... ganz ehrlich, es sieht ja nicht schlecht aus, die Klamotten und so. Also... Sie ist ja schon irgendwie heiß und so, aber so würde ich mich nicht raustrauen bei Schnee.
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You still watching the entrance?
Seele ist auch nicht unbedingt besser. Sie hat wenigstens hier die Strumpfhose an, aber die hat ja gar keine Strumpfhose an.
You see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at this?
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations here.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunction.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already. If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you gonna be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
No, that's not something I could handle. Seeing as you're Captain Gepard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary passes. Oh, and remember to give them back to me when you leave.
Thanks, Franz.
Natürlich werden wir das
I'll put
tun.
in a good word for you with my brother and get him to promote you.
No, Captain Gepard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.